Good afternoon. It is February the 24th, 2017. Only 2 more trading days in February. We'll start off with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as the lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. That says it all, doesn't it? Okay, we came in today. We thought we still like the E-mini. To the long side, I don't think the buying's over, but we started off with a 45, 47 buy. And we thought we would get stops below 50. Didn't know what would happen after that. So here's where they got stops below 50. We had a 54, 56 sell. Paused the market right in here. Trades didn't go anywhere. 59, 61 sell. Sell number 2 capped the market. Now, when we didn't get down to our 45, 47, our 55, 54 was suspect. So again, these number 2 points are really the ones that we like. Head and shoulders pattern here got you long at 51. We did trade up to 59.75, so there was a shot at 8 points if you traded that perfectly. This B did produce, I think, plus 4. Not really interested in the short side of the market. A mean green trade right here. A retest failure. Head and shoulders. Nancy's tweezers. Another buy. Eventually produces 4. Still not interested in the short side of the market, although this is a legitimate trade. Been good for 1. And just here we sit, maybe 1 point on that. So the market has really gone flat. I thought we might see a new higher close in the E-mini. We'll see what the Dow does today. But you only took 3 on these trades. You had 3, 9, 10 points. Pretty slow day for the E-mini. But it's a typical day because we just don't have a lot of volatility to work with. Looking at the F1 screen, lower high, lower low can be sold. London or Monday morning, we'll update it after that. Looking at the F2 screen, it's a P put in backwards. That's short covering. And right now, based on this screen, be buying 53s to 55s, then 49s to 51s. Buy 2, buy 1, selling 59s to 61s, sell 1. 64 to 66, sell 2. Got to come inside support and resistance. Gives us a little bit of room for our trades to set up. We have news, durable orders called -0.4. Come Monday morning, pending home sales of 1.6%. And then Dallas Fed, which nobody will pay any attention to. Okay, strong day in treasuries. They traded up quite a bit. It was option expiration day. That probably had something to do with it. And the mathematical close for the 10-year was 124.24 right here, that level right there. So the market makers lost on their call selling this month. They'll roll those positions in the next month and probably make it up next month. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. Definitely a very, very strong B. So first sell is going to be 23.27. Sell 1. 31 to 03. Sell 2. The news, if as forecast on Monday, would be against treasuries. Last rotate down stopped at 16, so 13 to 17, buy 1. Picking up that high volume area. The breakout came from 8, 5 to 9, buy 2. Looking at the 30-year. Still trading higher. Somebody still caught short. Okay, 12 to 16, number 1. 19 to 23, sell 1. 27 to 31, sell 2. Gonna take some help from the E-mini to break through, I think. Last rotate stopped at the buck. So the buck to 04, number 1. 25, 29, buy 1. We'll make 9 to 13, buy 2. Hope everybody had fun this week. We had a good week of trading. Calls were pretty damn good too. Gold was our trader today. We ended up with 96 ticks possible in gold with just our plain Jane trading methodology that's crude that we use in crude and gold. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. We closed at 60, I believe. Very, very strong pattern. We came in this morning wanting to sell 59s to 61s. So 60 to 62, sell 1. 64, 66, sell 2. On the buy side, we wanted to buy 53s to 55s. That looks good. Buy 1. We caught gold perfectly this morning where support and resistance really was. And 49 to 51 for buy 2. Looking at crude, we're losing volatility. You can see that in the days right here. So 50 to 70 ticks are quite often what we have to deal with for day session range. That means picking off dimes is probably the trade, and just looking at it, if you took 2 positions off at a dime, you would have been farther ahead than waiting to take the second position off when the moving average turned against you. Lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it based on F1. Fundamentals are lousy for crude right now, but it's not breaking. We have a P put in backwards, so that's telling us short covering. We got B's behind us, so we'll see what we've got. Resistance is 25 to 50, sell 1. 75 to the buck, sell 2. Don't be surprised if an OPEC article doesn't come out over the weekend talking about how good things are. 53.50, 53.75, buy 1. And 53 even, 53 1/4, buy 2. Okay, crude today, we passed on the closing trade. At best, you could have made a nickel. Didn't see that there was a dime there for us, and there wasn't a dime for us. Once last week I made that same assessment and turned out to be wrong. So I'm not always right, but I'm pretty good. Probably wouldn't bet against me. But that's where you get. We trade probabilities. You're not right all the time. And you have to really, really learn how to handle that mentally. I think the fundamentals for gold for crude are pretty bad. The euro, I think the fundamentals are pretty bad in the euro. I'm not afraid to sell it anywhere. We had a 106.25 sell today. I believe the high was 106.24 and a half, and that's great feedback. Have a very, very weak close, so we've got a buy, higher low, higher high on this one. On the F2 screen, we're going to have a pretty pronounced B, I believe. And we do, with a very, very weak close. So 75 to 85, sell 1. 106 even, sell 2. We'll open it up to the downside. Stops below 105.50, buy 1. Stops below 105.25, buy 2. And that's it, folks, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished out another week trading. We had a good week. I will see you all bright and early Monday morning. We've got a cool one here. Depending on which wind the wave blows, it can be pretty warm. Yesterday it was 75. Today I think we're going to have a high less than 40. So keep me from having to mow the yard this weekend, which I'm appreciative of. I'll see y'all bright and early Monday morning. Y'all have a great weekend.